Well, welcome back, everyone. This market is certainly pinned right up against that breakout area, but has not been able to do so. Are we waiting for markets to get good news? Are we waiting for Q2 to be over with? Are we waiting for data points? Well, I would have to say that there's a little bit of yes to all of the above. The most important being a breakout level would obviously be the most important, and getting back up to taking out the highs would be sufficient to do just that. However, ahead of something like that happening, can we use our powerful tools on a 4-hour chart that looks out 3 to 5 days and get a sense of, are we changing the way we're operating from the last attempt to go up? Well, the last attempt was back over here. We pushed up, but we got slammed right back down to come down to define the bottom of a sideways range, which is what we've been traversing. Is today's action any different? Well, if you look at the daily chart of the SPY, it may be difficult to really glean that it's not a whole bunch different than where we were before. The daily chart does, in fact, say, hey, we've got a green candle. It's closing at a higher spot. We haven't been up here before with a close. And you can kind of look at the wick on the candle back over here, a handful of days ago or a few days ago, and say, yeah, that's correct insight. Absolutely, it is. But we've been on this well-beaten path before. What we need to identify whether or not signals are giving us a reason to say this time is different. So we do have a slew of marketplace signals underneath the second last 4-hour bar, as you can see right there on the S&P E-minis. The current bar, as you can see, which started at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, got an indecision type print close to the close from the prior bar. And of course, giving us an opportunity to say, it doesn't seem a whole bunch different. Do we have anything that's a little bit more different? Well, yeah, the champion cross sell zone is nowhere as close to as prominent as it was leading into the last big push up before the pull down to the bottom of the range. So that is an advantage to be sure, but the champion trend sell zone trail line remains exactly in the same spot. So we're left with a challenge where not enough has changed. A little bit has. The most important, I would have to say, is the champion cross zone itself. You can see that we're actually in a green zone this go around. We were last time as well, by the way, leading into it, but we've got a couple of bars now, back to back, with that green zone and green dot on the bottom of the main chart in play. Now that may add a little bit more oomph to this goes attempt up. Certainly, the daily chart does show that we did close at a higher point. Great. Getting through that next negative momentum shift, as you may have heard on videos just like these, at $547 and pretty much flat, $547, becomes a very important next step. Above there, of course, it is really all about the highs and whether this market is interested in going, what better word for it than parabolic, because we are at that point then up against that 2 standard deviation stretch point for market all-time highs for the channel that we've been in since October. And all of that together leaves me in one very singular spot, a spot where it's less likely that we'd sustain up there. So I'm looking for potentially a rejection where we are now, or a slight perforation, a rejection somewhere in between 547 and the all-time highs, and then for the market to come back down. If it's going to go up again, probably needs to refuel, and a pullback that would be significant starts to ensure that that refuel is plentiful. Now, there is so much going on in this busy market. I would love to be able to invite you and have you come and join me at the next Wealth 365 Summit. It is only 17 days, 16 hours, and 22 minutes and change away. I'm going to have multiple touch points. Looking forward to sharing my insights, live transactable ideas that I'm working with myself, strategies on those ideas. You can have multiple speakers like Rob Hoffman and others giving you their private strategies, ideas, thoughts about how this market is likely to continue moving forward. An exciting time to be able to be as knowledgeable as possible, have mostly a broad, wide variety of tools at your disposal and strategies at your disposal to take advantage of a market that I think is going to become a lot more tradable as we move through this summer. Looking forward to seeing you there. Simply go to joinziad.com. Have an incredible rest of your day, and thank you for watching.